Hello, physics students. Welcome to this another video of Math 6 class. This is Miss Claire. We are now on chapter 12, Data Handling and Statistical Inquiry. In this video, you will learn 3 lessons. Okay, so are you ready to learn these 3 topics? Come on, let's get started, children. Look at this picture. I have here Kaz and Eddie, and they are solving a Rubik's Cube. So look at the tally, tally sheet or the table. You can see here the number of times that they were able to solve the Rubik's Cube. So aside from making this table, children, or this tally sheet, is there any other statistical graphs or charts that you know to represent this data? So if you know the answer, children, you can share that during our class. Let's start with lesson A, plan an investigation and make predictions. So, what continuous data can you collect to investigate which fan is better? Look at the sizes of these two fans. We have the short one and the long or the tall stand fan. So, try to predict and make a conjecture on how the size of the fan will affect the electrical consumption in your house. Okay, if you have your answer, you can share that during our class. Okay, let's continue. This is Kaz again. Kaz wants to investigate how to decrease the electrical consumption in her house. Maybe she wants to save the electricity or the electrical consumption in her house. So she wants to investigate. So the step number 1 is you have to identify the problem and you need to plan it, right? So the problem there is she wants to save. So how can she decrease the electrical consumption in her house? Okay, she asked these questions to help her in her investigation. So which time of the day is the consumption is higher? Which time do you think? Is it in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening? Then, which appliances consumes the most electricity? Is it the lights, the TV, the refrigerators, or the air conditioners, or maybe you have electric fans or charging of your mobile phones? So those are the different electrical appliances or gadgets that consumes electricity. Then, which month has the highest consumption? Okay, those are some questions that you can investigate. Next, she needs to collect the data on electrical consumption by time of the day, the kinds of appliances, and by month. Next, she made these predictions before starting her investigation. So she was thinking that electrical consumption is higher in the evening. Maybe because most of the people in her family gather on the evening, right? So mostly of the people use the different gadgets or appliances in her house. The air conditioner consumes the most electricity, so that is what she thinks. And electrical consumption is highest in December. So why do you think she was thinking like that? That it is in the month of December that the electrical consumption is the highest. Okay? Okay, so aside from this, what other data or types of data can you collect? And can you predict to help Cass to solve her investigation? Okay, is more electricity consumed in months with holidays, do you think? We just finished with our holidays. So, do you think the electricity consumed more during the holidays? Okay, if you know the answer, you can share your answer during our class. So, CAS splits the data collected for the electrical consumption into two months with holidays and months without holidays. He investigates if there is a connection between the holidays in a month and the electrical consumption. So, how about you? Can you predict how the number of holidays in a month and electrical consumption are connected? If you don't know the answer, you can try to ask your parents at home. You can ask your mommy and daddy if is it higher, the electrical consumption is higher during holidays or during months without holidays. Okay, children, I want to hear your answers during our class. Okay, what should DAS investigate? Two or more data sets can be compared to investigate if there is a link between them. CAS choose to investigate which appliances are used at different times of the day, if the electrical consumption by time of day is the same every month, if the electrical consumption of different appliances are the same every month. So these are the data sets that she compared to investigate. Okay, now let's move on to lesson B, read and make pie charts. Do you remember pie charts? Okay, look at this. This is Eddie. He wants to open a packet of balloons to decorate the classroom. Try children to count the number of balloons in every color. So how many is orange and the yellow, the green, and the blue? Frequency means the number of each color or each balloon. Then try to figure out the percentage. Okay. Next, how can you show the percentage in a pie chart? Okay, how earlier this is a table, right? This is a table. So if you collect the data, we can represent it in a pie chart. Now I will give you an example of a pie chart here. Take a look. We have the mode of transport to school. Okay, so there are 40 students. This is the frequency table. It shows the different ways these 40 children go to school. So school bus, how many children? 10 students. Walking, 20 students. Cycling is 2 and car is 8. Now if you can see there are 40 students. 10, this one, 10 out of 40 is 1/4, right? Or 25%. 20 out of 40 is half, so 50%. 2 out of 40 is 5%. How about 8 out of 40? What percentage is 8 out of 40? If we reduce that to lowest term, that is 1/5. So 1/5 is equal to how many percent? If you can remember, yes, and that is 20%. So the frequency data, this one, can also be represented by a percentage. Once we have this percentage, children, this one, this, we can make now our pie chart. Take a look here. So we can use the pie chart to represent the information. As you observe, children who use the school bus is 25% or 1/4. So this green color here, the green part is 1/4 of a circle because pi is a circle, right? So that is 1/4 or 25% represents the students who use the school bus. How about the blue color? Yes, that is the 2% or the 5% means 1 out of 20 or 2 students. So 1 out of 20 of the pie represents the students who cycle to school. How about the yellow color? Yes, this is the 20% or the 8 students who will go who use their car to go to school. So 20% or 1/5 of the total 40 students. Now the red color is, as you can see, that is half of the pie, means 50%. 50% means one half. So one half of the pie chart represents the 20 students who will walk to school. So our data children can be represented using a pie chart like this. During our class, we will try to make our own pie chart, okay? Okay, let's move on to lesson C. We are going to read and make frequency charts and scales. Take a look. Okay, this table shows the number of books borrowed by a group of children. So how will you represent the data in a group frequency table? So as you can see here, so how are we going to represent this using a group frequency table? Okay, I will give you some example. Okay, for this example. Okay, take a look. This table shows the number of books bought by visitors at a book fair. So number of books bought, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the number of visitors. When we say we are going to group them, we are going to group them by 2. It means to say we will going to add the number of books 1 and 2, this one. 1 and 2, this one, means we will add the 5 and 12, and that is 17, right? The 3 and 4 is 10 plus 14, that is 24. 5 is 11 and 6 is 9, so that is 20. And 7 and 8 means 7 and 6, 13. And the 9 and 10 is 6 and 4, 10. Therefore, we have 5 groups, right? So we have 5 groups now of number of books. Then we can make a chart or a table for this. Okay, like this, as you can see. So the frequency scale is in fives. Fives, this one. It means we use by 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, or 30. Or you can use by 10. It's up to you. So we have the number of books and the number of books both. So the data are represented in groups of 2, so that the data can also be represented in groups of 5 or 10. So it's up to you. But in this illustration, we use by 5. Okay. As you can see, from the bar chart, this is what we call a bar chart. The number of visitors who bought blank to blank books was the highest. So what number of books was the highest? Correct, the number 3 and 4. So that is the highest. And the lowest is 9 and 10. Okay. I have here another problem. Look at this table. It shows the number of new members of 5 gyms in January. So we can represent this using a bar chart like this. So we have gym 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and the frequency scale is in tens. You can also use children. The frequency scale in 5, it's up to you. So from the bar chart, gym, yes, 4 has the most number of new members because it's the tallest. And what is the difference between the gym 3 and gym 2? Gym 3 has 24 members and gym 2 is 40. 40 minus 24 is 16. So therefore, the difference is 16. Okay, look at this one. So which one do you think is the best choice for you to make the frequency scale? Tens or fives? So it's up to you, children, which one is best for you. Okay, P6, that's all about lesson 1 and lesson 2 and lesson 3 for chapter 12, data handling and statistical inquiry. I will going to discuss more about this lesson during our class. So thank you for watching P6 and I hope that you learned a lot in this video. Always remember to stay safe and healthy. God bless everyone and enjoy the rest of the day.